It's 10:48 p.m. Alexa, find my phone. Message Alexa. Speak to Alexa. Tap to speak to Alexa. Tap to speech off.
Welcome back to the night training area, manager. Right now, there are 1956 other night managers training their warriors in the skills of battle. Do you want Macaulay Culkin to brawl against an enemy knight? Or should your knight stop by the strategy chamber? He is teammates with champion Cassius, the Conqueror. His fighting partner is online right now. Would you like to send Cassius a letter, or would you prefer to send a gift? Acknowledged. The search for a worthy opponent for Macaulay Culkin begins, heightening the tournament's tension. Lance Duel. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero confronts Commander Appleseed, the Conqueror. Horses paw impatiently as the knights lower their lances. A nerve-wracking battle is about to unfold. Let's begin. Decide on your knight's battle strategy. High strike, low strike, or blocking? As you wish, Macaulay Culkin will execute a low strike, aiming to unseat the opponent. With determined looks, Macaulay Culkin and Appleseed fixate on each other and sprint into the arena on their horses. In a moment of determination, both Macaulay Culkin and Appleseed simultaneously execute a low attack, ending in a dramatic collision. Both knights display strength. Macaulay Culkin and Appleseed each secure a point. The air crackles with tension as both knights prepare for the next confrontation. Which attack do you choose? High strike, low strike, or blocking? As you wish, Macaulay Culkin will prepare for a block to skillfully deflect the opponent's next attack. With determined looks, Macaulay Culkin and Appleseed fixate on each other and sprint into the arena on their horses. When both knights decide to block, their shields meet in the middle, creating an impressive moment of balance. Stalemate. Macaulay Culkin and Appleseed both receive a point. Macaulay Culkin and Appleseed reposition themselves at opposite ends of the arena, their gazes locked in firm resolve. How should your knight proceed? With a high strike, a low strike, or by blocking? Okay, your knight will initiate a high strike. The tension mounts as Macaulay Culkin and Appleseed face each other on their horses, poised to charge. In a moment that will go down in the annals of tournament history, Macaulay Culkin raises his lance and strikes Appleseed with a force that negates his low attack. The forceful strike makes Appleseed wobble and eventually topple off the horse. Amidst roaring applause, Macaulay Culkin celebrates his triumphant win in the tournament. For your chivalrous success, you get 3 Lance Master tokens. With the win, you climbed 40 ranks in the jousting tournament, and now find yourself at the impressive 496th position. With an additional 2 points, you can claim the next rank. Would you like to prove your knightly skills again? Whatever you need. The tournament progresses, and an appropriate opponent for Macaulay Culkin is carefully chosen. Lance Duel. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, ladies' hero confronts Centurion Fabulous Fuzzy James, the gentleman. Horses paw impatiently as the knights lower their lances. A nerve-wracking battle is about to unfold. Let's begin. How should your knight proceed? With a high strike, a low strike, or by blocking? Alright, your knight will attempt to strike low. With determined looks, Macaulay Culkin and Fabulous Fuzzy James fixate on each other and sprint into the arena on their horses. Macaulay Culkin's low attack proves too fast for Fabulous Fuzzy James's block, striking successfully. Macaulay Culkin wins and gains a point. Which attack do you choose? High strike, low strike, or blocking? By your command, Macaulay Culkin will initiate a high strike. With determined looks, Macaulay Culkin and Fabulous Fuzzy James fixate on each other and sprint into the arena on their horses. As both knights simultaneously go for a high attack, their lances crash together with a deafening noise. It's a tie. Macaulay Culkin and Fabulous Fuzzy James both gain a point. Which attack do you choose? High strike, low strike, or blocking? Alright, Macaulay Culkin will prepare for a strong block to skillfully deflect the opponent's next attack. A dramatic duel commences as both knights ride in on their majestic horses, each ready for the decisive attack. Macaulay Culkin's attempt to block is countered by Fabulous Fuzzy James with a swift low attack, breaking through the defense. Fabulous Fuzzy James prevails and gets a point. With renewed determination, Macaulay Culkin and Fabulous Fuzzy James align their lances and horses for another charge. Decide on your knight's battle strategy. High strike, low strike, or blocking? Okay, Macaulay Culkin will initiate a high strike. The audience holds its breath as the two knights gallop towards each other, lances ready for the thrust. Macaulay Culkin, firm in the saddle, anticipates the attack of Fabulous Fuzzy James and launches a bold high attack that decides the fight in his favor. The forceful strike makes Fabulous Fuzzy James wobble and eventually topple off the horse. Macaulay Culkin triumphs in this fight and is celebrated by the cheering crowd. 3 Lance Master tokens are your reward for this victory. With the win, you climbed 17 places in the tournament, and now find yourself at the impressive 479th position. You're only 2 points away from overtaking the next knight. Are you ready for another round in the tournament? Alright. A suitable rival for Macaulay Culkin is sought to ensure a fair and thrilling duel. Lance Duel. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, ladies' hero meets Sergeant Glurak, from Germany. A brief moment of silent assessment before the duel commences. The crowd holds its breath, filled with anticipation and suspense. Let's begin. Decide on your knight's battle strategy. High strike, low strike, or blocking? Okay, your knight will block. With determined looks, Macaulay Culkin and Glurak fixate on each other and sprint into the arena on their horses. With a cunning maneuver, Glurak bypasses Macaulay Culkin's block and lands a precise low attack, a point for Glurak after a clear victory. The air crackles with tension as both knights prepare for the next confrontation. Decide on your knight's battle strategy. High strike, low strike, or blocking? As you wish, Macaulay Culkin will attempt to strike low. In a breathtaking moment of silence, both knights position themselves, ready to run at each other. Macaulay Culkin feints a high attack and surprises Glurak with a swift low strike that slips beneath the inadequate block, a point for Macaulay Culkin after a clear victory. Macaulay Culkin and Glurak ready themselves with concentration, positioning for the next encounter. How should your knight proceed? With a high strike, a low strike, or by blocking? Whatever you need, your knight will initiate a high strike. Your opponent has left the field, victory is yours. For your chivalrous success, you get 3 Lance Master tokens. This triumph has boosted your ranking by 23 ranks, placing you 456th on the tournament leaderboard. Are you ready for another round in the tournament? Sure. A suitable rival for Macaulay Culkin is sought to ensure a fair and thrilling duel. The search for a worthy opponent for Macaulay Culkin begins, heightening the tournament's tension. Lance Duel. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero meets Knight Mortis Main, from Germany. A brief moment of silent assessment before the duel commences. The crowd holds its breath, filled with anticipation and suspense. Let's begin. Decide on your knight's battle strategy. High strike, low strike, or blocking? No problem, Macaulay Culkin will block. The audience holds its breath as the 2 knights gallop towards each other, lances ready for the thrust. With perfect timing, Macaulay Culkin raises his shield and blocks the high attack of Mortis Main, whose lance trembles and is deflected in mid-air. Success for Macaulay Culkin, 1 more point. Decide on your knight's battle strategy. High strike, low strike, or blocking? Okay, Macaulay Culkin will perform a low strike. With determined looks, Macaulay Culkin and Mortis Main fixate on each other and sprint into the arena on their horses. Macaulay Culkin's low attack proves too fast for Mortis Main's block, striking successfully. Success for Macaulay Culkin, 1 more point. With renewed determination, Macaulay Culkin and Mortis Main align their lances and horses for another charge. How should your knight proceed? With a high strike, a low strike, or by blocking? Whatever you need, your knight will execute a powerful high strike, aiming to hit the opponent in the upper body. With determined looks, Macaulay Culkin and Mortis Main fixate on each other and sprint into the arena on their horses. As both knights simultaneously go for a high attack, their lances crash together with a deafening noise. The forceful strike makes Mortis Main wobble and eventually topple off the horse. After a glorious victory, Macaulay Culkin is cheered by the excited audience. As a reward, you receive 3 Lance Master tokens. Following your recent triumph at the jousting tournament, you've risen by 31 ranks, securing the 425 spot on the leaderboard. Would you like to raise your lance again? Stepping up to the card table, he nods at Joe the dealer.
Joe, I want to play blackjack. Do you remember how to deal?
Excellent, why don't we get started? It's time to bet. What amount of gold do you want to bet?
I'm going to make the stakes 60,000 gold.
The first card is for me.
10 of spades.
Now 2 cards for you.
Your first cards are 7 of spades and Queen of diamonds. That's 17 points.
Do you want another card?
5 of diamonds.
You ended up getting 22 points this hand.
The house has beat you this round.
Listen, Joe, I know how you work. You better start dealing straight.
Very nice of you, sir. Would you like to try your luck playing again? Alright then, let's get started. It's time to bet. How much of your gold do you want to risk?
I'm going to make the stakes 117 gold.
The first card is for me.
10 of hearts.
Now 2 cards for you.
Your first cards are 10 of spades and Jack of diamonds. That's 20 points.
Do you feel like drawing another card? You got 20 points that hand. Let me see what I can deal to the house this time.
Ace of diamonds.
I have 21 points showing. I win this hand.
Listen, Joe, I know how you work. You better start dealing straight.
Joe smiles while counting the gold he just won.
Do you want to try again?
Alright.
Enough blackjack for now. I'll swing by later and try again.
What should Macaulay Culkin do? Go get a potion from Marcel or get a fresh beer. Thank you for coming to the order hall. What would you like him to learn more about? The Shrine of Luck? The Monument of Haste? Or about the School of the Servants? Okay. The Shrine of Luck is currently expanded to level 84, and improves the luck of all Order Brothers by 84%. 10,273,253 gold pieces are still needed for the improvement to level 85. Shall he donate gold pieces to the shrine now? How much gold do you want him to donate? Great, he has donated 15,000 gold pieces to the Shrine of Luck. The Order members will all be happy. To unlock the next level, 10,258,253 gold pieces are needed. Then, would you like him to go back to the Order Hall now? Okay. What would you like him to learn more about? The Shrine of Luck? The Monument of Haste? Or about the School of the Servants? Okay. The Monument of Haste is currently upgraded to level 83, which improves the speed of all Order Brothers by 83%. For the improvement to level 84, 7,515,900 gold pieces are still needed. Would you have him donate gold pieces for the monument now, too? How much gold do you want him to donate? Great, he has donated 15,000 gold pieces to the Monument of Haste. The order appreciates the donation. To unlock the next level, 7,500,900 gold pieces are needed. Then, would you like him to go back to the order hall now? As you wish. On the way to the Dragon's Rock, the old lady comes to meet you.
Hello Macaulay Culkin. Nice to see you again. As long as no one tries to attract one of these beasts, we don't have to worry.
Where do you want to go? To the dragon's lair, to the mountain top, or to the dragon's nest? As he ascends the stairs, some gold pieces roll towards Macaulay Culkin. Arriving at the top, the amount of gold pieces leaves him awestruck. While Macaulay Culkin wades through the waist-high sea of gold, he has to be careful not to slip off the edge of the plateau. The top of the mountain already reflects the sun so strongly as to be recognizable from an enormous distance. Do you also want to add some gold pieces to the pile? Sure. How many gold pieces are you going to place here? All right. Overall, there should be at least 40 million gold pieces here. I wonder if that will be enough to attract a dragon.
This is a very bad idea.
Would you like to send Macaulay Culkin into the dark forest? Or shall your knight take a look in his backpack? Okay. The Dark Tower. Floor 431. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs. Ripertus. Let's get started. Swinging first, Macaulay Culkin thrusts with his weapon. This blow was a critical hit, inflicting 939 damage. Ripertus swings his weapon. 145 damage points were inflicted with this vicious attack. Macaulay Culkin utilizes the lethal war strike, Pierce. 3,162 damage was inflicted by this assault. Macaulay Culkin's opponent has been pierced. Ripertus falls to his knees. Phew. Your knight receives 453 gold pieces, 51 serfs, 5 diamonds, and 377 experience. Balduin von Gallenstein, of the Lazarus Order, launched 2 attacks on Azrael at the highest tower level, causing 8,646 damage. Bazinga! Level up. You reached level 524. Macaulay Culkin has acquired a skill point. Which one of his skills do you want to improve? Strength, defense, speed, luck, or health points? Defense. Would you like Macaulay Culkin to compete against another knight? Or shall he stop by the Dragon Rock? As you wish. The Dark Tower. Floor 432. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs. Marco. Here we go. Macaulay Culkin hefts his blade and kicks off the first attack. Putting his foot into Marco's, level 3, trap, Macaulay Culkin can't fight back. 208 damage. Macaulay Culkin is trapped. He struggles to get loose. Macaulay Culkin slipped out of his opponent's trap. Marco slashes with his sword toward the right arm. This savage hit causes 116 damage points. Macaulay Culkin draws back a fist and swings. He dealt out 375 damage points with that severe strike. Marco thrusts his blade at the chest of his enemy. Macaulay Culkin reacts faster, dodging the blow. Champion Cassius, the Conqueror, rushes in to help his partner, Macaulay Culkin. He gallops in on his small warhorse, his blade swinging directly towards Marco. Marco tries to block, but gets hit. 54,333 damage points were inflicted. Marco has been clobbered. Excellent! Your knight wins 515 gold pieces, 57 serfs, 5 diamonds, and 300 experience points. Balduin von Gallenstein, of the Lazarus Order, launched an attack on Azrael at the highest tower level, causing 11,051 damage. Want him to move on? Okay. Floor 433. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs Nicholas. Let's get started. Swinging first, Macaulay Culkin thrusts with his sword. The attack is a critical blow, inflicting 851 damage. Nicholas tries to skewer his rival. Macaulay Culkin ducks under the blow. He clasps his hands before his chest. In a calm and focused stance, he murmurs softly and melodically, uttering the words of an ancient incantation.
Om Namo Gurudev Namo.
Before Nicholas's eyes, 2 flawless duplicates of the opponent appear. Swiftly, Nicholas makes his choice and attacks the selected knight with resolute determination. The precise blow from Nicholas unexpectedly hits the real knight, who was caught off guard and unprepared for such an attack. 220 damage. Champion Cassius, the Conqueror, rushes to help Macaulay Culkin on his horse. He swings his blade in circles and rides directly towards Nicholas. Nicholas tries to block, but gets hit. 46,061 damage points were inflicted. Nicholas has been clobbered. Hooray! Your knight wins 464 gold, 45 servants, 5 diamonds, and 234 experience points. Should he go to the next floor? Whatever you need. Floor 434. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs Miro. The fight begins now. Swinging first, Miro slashes with his weapon. This savage hit causes 201 damage points. Champion Cassius, the Conqueror, rushes in to help his friend, Macaulay Culkin. He gallops in on his small stallion, his blade swinging directly towards Miro. Miro isn't fast enough and gets hit by the attack. 46,403 damage points were inflicted. Miro falls to the turf. Hooray! Your knight receives 460 gold coins, 48 servants, 5 diamonds, and 343 experience points. On the highest level of the tower, Balduin von Gallenstein, of the Lazarus Order, attacked Azrael and dealt 6,907 damage. Wow! Level up. You reached level 525. Macaulay Culkin has just gained a skill point. What skill do you want him to enhance? Strength, defense, speed, luck or health points? Luck. Can he continue on? Sure. Floor 435. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs Joshua. Here we go. Macaulay Culkin quickly attacks first. Joshua is lucky saving himself, with a step to the side. He slashes back. Macaulay Culkin sidles away. He skirts that attack. He swings back. The swing was very close, but didn't hit Joshua. He throws a blow back. The attack is a critical blow, inflicting 2,634 damage. Macaulay Culkin was clobbered to the ground. Does Macaulay Culkin want to try again? You got it. Floor 435. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs. Joshua. Let's get started. Quicker off the mark, Macaulay Culkin strikes with his sword. Joshua reacts faster, ducking under the blow. He slashes back. The blow went right by Macaulay Culkin. He clasps his hands before his chest, lowering his head into a meditative position. In a calm and concentrated posture, he whispers softly, uttering the melodious words of an ancient incantation.
Om Namo Gurudev Namo.
Before Joshua's eyes, two flawless duplicates of the opponent appear. Swiftly, Joshua makes his choice and attacks the selected knight with resolute determination. The precise strike from Joshua unexpectedly lands on the real knight, who was not prepared for this attack. 650 damage. Macaulay Culkin clasps his hands before his chest. In a calm and focused stance, he murmurs softly and melodically, uttering the words of an ancient incantation.
Om Namo Gurudev Namo.
Before Joshua's eyes, two perfect replicas of the opponent materialize. Joshua quickly makes his decision and charges with determination towards one of the knights to attack. With the strike that hits the false knight, not only does the struck mirror image shatter into 1,000 shards, but also the other one disintegrates in a destructive fracture. Macaulay Culkin takes advantage of the situation and sneaks behind Joshua. He takes his time and takes a long swing. 911 damage. Joshua swings his blade. Macaulay Culkin dodges the blow. Champion Cassius, the Conqueror, rushes to help Macaulay Culkin on his warhorse. He swings his sword in circles and gallops directly towards Joshua. Joshua tries to block, but gets hit. 53,872 damage points were inflicted. Joshua was thrashed. Splendid! Your knight receives 453 gold coins, 56 serfs, 5 diamonds, and 338 experience points. Wanna keep going? Okay. Floor 436. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs. Michael. Let's get started. Macaulay Culkin strikes out quickly and uses the special attack, Pierce, on Michael. 4,398 damage was inflicted by this assault. Macaulay Culkin's opponent is brutally stabbed. Michael slams down face first. Booyah! Your knight gets 457 gold, 42 serfs, 5 diamonds, and 246 experience. Should he go to the next floor? Sure. Floor 437. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs. Happerchus. Here we go. Happerchus promptly attacks first. That fast strike produced 292 damage. Macaulay Culkin slices. Happerchus shifts out of range of the attack. He uses this opening to strike. That was a critical hit, causing 1,678 damage. Macaulay Culkin has 140 health points left before he is laid to rest. Happerchus yells a mystical phrase and a foggy purple mist surrounds him. Magic Shield Level 3 activated. Macaulay Culkin draws back a fist and swings. Happerchus dodges the blow. He evades his foe's attack, and swings. This assault has caused 335 damage. Macaulay Culkin is routed. Do you want your knight to try again? No problem. Floor 437. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs Happerchus. Here we go. Swinging first, Happerchus slashes with his weapon. The strike is right on target, causing 292 damage. Macaulay Culkin swings his sword. Happerchus slides away from the blow. He uses this opening to strike. He caused 335 damage points with that severe strike. Champion Cassius, the Conqueror, charges in to help Macaulay Culkin on his steed. He throws his weapon up over his head, and rides right at Happerchus. Happerchus is hit by that strike and staggers back. 46,241 damage points were inflicted. Happerchus goes down hard. Hooray! Your knight earns 515 gold, 5 diamonds, and 248 experience. Currently there is not enough space in his quarters to house more servants. Have him visit the blacksmith, to improve his current quarters and expand your capacity to accommodate more servants in the future. Your tag team partner Cassius has left the game. Want him to move on? Sure. Floor 438. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs Leo. The fight begins now. Leo opens the battle with the first slash. Macaulay Culkin reacts faster, sliding away. He attacks back. This swing was a critical hit. 1,017 damage points were inflicted. Leo bluffs and swings at his left leg. Macaulay Culkin jumps aside, making his rival miss. He rushes in with a slice after that miss. Leo moves like the wind and evades the strike. He uses this opening to strike. Macaulay Culkin slides away. He skirts that attack. He rushes in with a slice after that miss. Leo also evades that attack. He employs the savage strike, pierce. This rarely happens. But Macaulay Culkin moves very quickly, fending off the stab. Macaulay Culkin can do better and uses pierce. This is a rare occurrence. But Leo moves very quickly, fending off the stab. Leo has been crushed. Ta-da! Your knight receives 500 gold pieces, 5 diamonds, and 310 experience. Wow! Level up. You reached level 526. Macaulay Culkin has just gained a skill point. What skill do you want him to enhance? Strength, defense, speed, luck, or health points? Speed. Wanna keep going? Sure. Floor 439. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs Jonathan. Here we go. Quicker off the mark, Macaulay Culkin slices with his sword. This savage hit causes 346 damage points. Jonathan points his fingers. He grunts a mystic word and a fireball, level 3, hurls at Macaulay Culkin. White fire slams into Macaulay Culkin, causing 516 damage points. Macaulay Culkin feigns a punch but throws a low kick. The strike is on the mark, causing 346 damage. Jonathan points his fingers at Macaulay Culkin and shouts something. Fireball, level 3, leaps out of his hand. But Macaulay Culkin is super fast. He evades the attack with a dodge to the right. He swings back. The strike is on the mark, causing 398 damage. Bluffing with a kick, Jonathan slashes with his weapon. Macaulay Culkin reacts faster, sliding away. He swings back while his opponent is still dumbfounded by his dreadful miss. This assault has caused 398 damage. Jonathan slips under his opponent's guard and whacks his rival. That was a critical hit, causing 970 damage. Macaulay Culkin has been beaten. His tag team partner Cassius has just entered the game. Do you want your knight to try again? Whatever you need. Floor 439. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs. Jonathan. Let's get started. Before the fight even begins, Macaulay Culkin crosses his hands in front of his chest. In a calm and focused posture, he softly murmurs the melodic words of an ancient spell.
Om Namo Gurudev Namo.
Before Jonathan's eyes, two flawless duplicates of the opponent appear. Jonathan quickly makes his decision and charges with determination towards one of the knights to attack. The precise strike from Jonathan unexpectedly hits the real knight, who was not prepared for this attack. 151 damage. Macaulay Culkin swings. Jonathan avoids the onrush. He raises a fist toward Macaulay Culkin and whispers a strange phrase. Fireball, level 3, lances out of his hand. But Macaulay Culkin is very agile. He evades the attack with a quick jump to the side. Champion Cassius, the Conqueror, rushes to help Macaulay Culkin on his warhorse. He swings his sword in circles and rides directly towards Jonathan. Jonathan can't dodge that swift blow. 53,100 damage points were inflicted. Jonathan slams down face first. Ta-da! Your knight reaps 458 gold, 5 diamonds, and 409 experience. Want him to move on? Okay. Boss level. Floor 440. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs. Tartarus, the Dungeon Master. Here we go. Tartarus, attacking first thrusts. Macaulay Culkin reacts faster, ducking under the blow. He rushes in with a slice after that miss. Tartarus sidles away. He evades that attack. He slashes back. 781 damage points were inflicted with this brave attack. Tartarus grunts strange words and his armor glows bright gold. Level 3, Magic Shield is engaged. Macaulay Culkin swings his sword. That was a critical hit, causing 167 damage. Tartarus's magic shield prevented some devastation from the blow. Tartarus slashes. He caused 679 damage points with that hit. Macaulay Culkin has 650 health points left before he is beaten. Macaulay Culkin clasps his hands before his chest, lowering his head into a meditative position. In a calm and concentrated posture, he whispers softly, uttering the melodious words of an ancient incantation.
Om Namo Gurudev Namo.
Before Tartarus's eyes, two perfect replicas of the opponent materialize. Swiftly, Tartarus makes his choice and attacks the selected knight with resolute determination. The precise blow from Tartarus unexpectedly hits the real knight, who was not prepared for this attack. 679 damage. Macaulay Culkin slumps down conquered. Do you want your knight to try again? By your command. Boss level. Floor 440. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs Tartarus, the Dungeon Master. The fight begins now. Macaulay Culkin throws a ball of fire, level 2, at Tartarus. Tartarus gets impacted by a hot sphere. The flames caused 654 damage. Tartarus can do even better than that. He blurts out a crazy magical word summoning a fireball, level 3. Macaulay Culkin gets shot by a hot sphere. The flames cause 2,310 damage. Macaulay Culkin was thrashed. Do you want your knight to try again? By your command. Boss level. Floor 440. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs Tartarus, the Dungeon Master. The fight begins now. Macaulay Culkin hefts his blade and kicks off the first attack. Tartarus avoids the onrush. He rushes in with a slice after that miss. That was a critical hit, causing 3,843 damage. Macaulay Culkin has been clobbered. Do you want to try again? Whatever you need. Boss level. Floor 440. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs Tartarus, the Dungeon Master. The fight begins now. Tartarus, attacking first, strikes. This swing was a critical hit. 3,342 damage points were inflicted. Macaulay Culkin collapses. Does Macaulay Culkin want to try again? You got it. Boss level. Floor 440. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs Tartarus, the Dungeon Master. Let's get started. Tartarus, attacking first, lunges. This blow causes 679 damage points, driving his opponent backwards. Macaulay Culkin counters with a fast blow. That blow delivered 233 damage points. Tartarus strikes at his opponent. That beautifully thrown swing caused 679 damage points. Macaulay Culkin fakes and swings at his right shoulder. The hit produces 233 damage points. Tartarus counters with a fast blow. A devastating critical blow, inflicting 3,342 damage. Macaulay Culkin drops like a rock. Does Macaulay Culkin want to try again? Sure. Boss level. Floor 440. Blood Guard Macaulay Culkin, Ladies Hero vs Tartarus, the Dungeon Master. Let's get started. Tartarus attacks first and a ball of fire, level 3, spins at Macaulay Culkin. But Macaulay Culkin is very agile. He evades the attack with a dodge to the right. Champion Cassius, the Conqueror, rushes to help Macaulay Culkin on his horse. He swings his sword in circles and rides directly towards Tartarus. Tartarus can't dodge that swift blow. 46,448 damage points were inflicted. Tartarus buckles in defeat. Hooray! Your knight earns 621 gold pieces, 10 diamonds, and 447 experience. As Macaulay Culkin searches the bag of the defeated foe, he also finds 2 throwing axes. Wanna keep going? Altogether, your knight has saved 1,930 diamonds. Do you now want to send your knight to the castle garden? Or should he rather head for the workplace? Alright.
So Macaulay Culkin, you must need my help or you would not have come by.
Greetings. I would ask you to train some arrow makers, my good lady.
He has a total of 251 arrow makers.
Shall I train another batch? Okay.
He currently owns 1,750 serfs.
How many serfs do you want me to train?
Do you really want to send 1,250 of your serfs to train as arrow makers?
I have brought you a group of 1,250 servants.
Then let's get to work.
Bridget gets their training underway. Bridget walks up to him and gets to the point.
I only managed to train you 25 arrow makers.
He has 276 arrow makers.
How would you like to give me more servants to train? All right.
He currently owns 500 serfs.
How many serfs do you want me to train?
Do you really want to send 500 of your serfs to train as arrow makers?
I have brought you a group of 500 servants.
Then let's get to work.
Bridget gets their training underway. Bridget walks up to him and gets to the point.
I only managed to train you 17 arrow makers.
He has 293 arrow makers.
How about you give me more servants to train? Okay. Swing in when you have more servants to train Macaulay Culkin.
Would you like Macaulay Culkin to battle against an enemy knight? Or should your knight head for the hunting lodge? Okay. Your mailbox is empty. If you want him to send gifts to his friends, or invite a player to join a team, search for the player first. Say, search for, and then the player name. Would you like to send Macaulay Culkin into the Dark Tower? Or shall he rather open his backpack? Alright. Goodbye.
Speech on. Cellular, to a control center. Scanco, selected, screen recording.